Hello and happy Sunday to everyone. Welcome back for another week of Blood Bowl. I hope everybody enjoyed their break. I know I certainly did. We had some fun doing other things. A good 8-hour stream of a TTRPG supposed to be one shot. We'll have to continue it another time. It did not end up being a one shot, but I digress. Hope everyone has had a good week, a good weekend, and if you haven't, I hope this next week treats you better. But we're going to get started here pretty quick. I am going to kind of be moving through the games pretty quickly here today because it turns out that today is the championship. The Halo World Champions, the finals are today. And I want to get back to watching that because it's pretty good. So, with all of that being said, let's take a quick look at our lineup for today, and then we'll dive right on into the game, shall we? So I try to maneuver all of my tabs in a way where I can see everything, and now it's very bright. Okay. So, starting us off today, we will have the Bone Malones taking on the Grinning Gitstompers. We'll have the Continental Crushers against 9-Inch Males, Pappy's Nurglings against Dumpety Leroy, should be a good one. Pointy-Eared Bandits against the Mythics, Mr. Meeseeks against the Midnight Maulers, Gouda Game against the Knickknacks, and we'll be finishing off with the Brazen Bulls versus Ratha's Raiders. Should be a pretty good lineup today. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get right on into it, shall we? As I remember to swap to the actual game that we're playing here. There we go. All right. I have been streaming Vampire the Masquerade for those of you who have been around. And it has kind of... I've had to change some of my setup for that. So, let's get this started. With the Grinning Gitstompers versus Bone Malones. Of course, we did have a full week off, so every team going into this is going to be going in completely healthy, at least as far as normal injuries go. Any lingering injuries and deaths from last week, of course, still counted. Just something to be aware of as we move forward here. Necromantic. All right, let's see. You know, let's go back to we'll go back to the OG field for a little while. It's the start of our second half of the season, so it's kind of appropriate we do our first game back on the original field. Without any further ado, let's go into the Grinning Gitstompers versus the Bone Malones. Let's get it. Got Bane the Main staring down Morg, the team captain of the Grinning Gitstompers, and the highest level player currently in the league, almost to level 6. And it's going to be the thrower, spikes the ball, kicking the ball off. And we're going to start strong here. With the Orcs moving forward, punching through the line, and getting right on top of Bane the Main, who has just held it. So Olgrot Territhai is going to try and scoop it up and go for a quick score. No one is going to stop him. Oh, except his own two left feet. Best Boy now going to try and scoop it up and get it out of danger. Moving the ball up the field. He's got plenty of support. Except for Smiles to stab it. You got to watch out for Smiles. He is a lethal goblin. Oh, but he gets some perfect blocking. But now Morg is on Best Boy. And Chukka the Troll. And Olgra Terthai coming over. Oh, knockout. Olgra Terthai has ended up with the ball. And there's no one to stop him. That's going to be a touchdown for the Orcs. Ooh. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. He's in position, though. Oh, and he gets a lucky push. There's the touchdown. Maybe a bit of an accidental touchdown there. I don't know about you guys, but the game was really loud there. Is audio okay so far? It almost seems like maybe I'm a little hot here too. Turn that down just a bit. And we're kicking off once again. Seeing how those flesh golems do against the Black Orcs on the front line, they're faring a little bit better this time around. Bane the Main has got the ball, and he's got some support if he'd like to run it up this side of the field. Maybe he's waiting on a hole to open up somewhere, but that's tough. One Chukka the Troll just walks up to you and smacks you. It looks like Morg is going to scoop it up. Try to. Morg has got it now, and he hands it off to Badclaw. Interesting decision. Badclaw does have the dodge block combo, but so does Morg. I guess he's just trying to share the SPP around. Ooh, punching down Olgrat Terthai over there. Badclaw getting knocked down. Ball is on the ground. There we go. Now the Bone Malones seem to be getting some space, but just not doing anything with it. Looks like this team hasn't quite woken up after the week-long break. Badclaw gonna try and pick it up again, and he's got it, and that's gonna be a touchdown for him. John Marston. Did I say dead? That might have said dead. John Marston might be dead. No, it looks like he got up and walked away. Okay. I don't know what I... And with a minute and 40 seconds left in the first half, the Grinning Gitstompas are up by 2. Ball gets into the hands of Michael's right hand. Herm is badly hurt. Olgrat Terthai, and it looks like we've got some sweltering heat. It's getting hot out there, folks. Gonna stop the screen from getting all weird. They do hand the ball off to point the ball. Interesting that we're seeing more of that happening. Is able to get back up with his regeneration. He is no longer injured. Best Boy getting knocked down. Ball is in the crowd. And now gets tossed over onto the Orc side of the field for the first time today. Dame tried to make something happen and immediately gets knocked out for his trouble. Michael's right hand is down. Injury coming from Gutfang, a new blitzer for the Orcs that they picked up over the break. Tryoth as well, a new line work. Interesting that we've kind of put them in the game, quite frankly. We're reserving 2 Black Orcs. Bad Claw moving up, trying to get some help in here. Toes R Us has ended up with the ball. Toes R Us, the +1 strength zombie. Target Troll is unfortunately really stupid. Still smart enough to beat the brains out of Mad Mullet there. But that's going to take us to halftime with a 2-point lead for the Orcs. No major injuries on either side, which is kind of to be expected, to be honest. Orcs are tough, and Undead just regenerate, although they do have 1 injury that has stuck so far. I think that's Michael's right hand. Did have a Flesh Golem get knocked out. He does get put back into the game. And the ball is kicked right to Spikes the ball. Orc thrower, who has never thrown it, not once, this whole season. Oh, and he gets knocked out. Some Black Orcs going down. John Marston has got the ball. Bone Malone's coming alive again in the second half, as they are wont to do. But they've still got to deal with some big scary Orcs. Herm is badly hurt. I think for the second time, maybe. Rock Track with the ball. Herm is going to be back up, and looks like maybe he'll just... oh, he'll leave the field. Unfortunately, he'll be out for the drive, but he'll be back next time. Rock Track doing what he can, or Morgar rather, Chairbrain's doing what he can to prevent this, the zombies from getting anything done. Having trouble with my words today, which is not exactly a new occurrence, let's be real. Brain blasted. Could have made something happen here if he could only pick up the ball. Morgsla is going to be the one to scoop it up this time. Just a big scrum on this side of the field. Bone Malones have done well to at least keep it on this side of the field so far, preventing any easier scores, and now they're gonna be in a good position to score themselves as Brain Blasted picks up the ball on a 3rd attempt, but that puts him in range of Bad Claw. Chuck and Troll coming over to help, and Gutfang as well. Oh, but he gets pushed. He's got some space. He's shambling away. That's a touchdown for the Bone Malones. Brain Blast. And the manager isn't even here to see it. For shame, for shame. Can't even trash talk. That is all right. They have started to close the gap. Within 1 point now, it is still swelteringly hot. Doesn't seem to have caused an issue. Oh, Herm just can't stand on the field today, apparently. He's either getting hurt or getting knocked out. It's Orc's turn to just kind of hold the ball for a second. Those are us getting knocked out. Orc's going on a tear right now. John Marston is going to get on top of the ball carrier here. Can John Marston be the hero this team needs? Stone Rider coming over to assist. Fang finally getting some room and finally getting some movement. Oh no, Dame Dame is dead. Was that Morg? That's his first kill of the season, if so. But John Marston's gonna score anyway, making this a tie ball game. Oh, Malone's doing a much better job the second half. Lots of knocked out works. Couple getting back in, including a black work. That's good to see. And Herm getting back onto the field. Gotta give it to him. He is persistent. Work kick this time. It's going to end up in the hands of a Black Orc, and it's very sunny now. -1 to passing. It's a good thing neither of these teams pass. Dentist's best friend going down with a broken jaw. Well, he's going to need to see a dentist. That's cool. He's already on good terms with his dentist, obviously, given the name. Ooh, Morgert Hairbrains just smashing his way up the field. Morg needs to come over to help, but he's a little busy. He finally realizes the danger and comes back. Morg could be the one to save the game for the Orcs. Pushing him into the loving hands of Morgert Hairbrains, who helps finish the job. Rocktrack now with the ball. And he's got the space. He just needs to go. He's got the blocking. There's no one preventing him. Okay, now Bane the Main is back up. Morg getting knocked down. Rocktrack finally gets the space he wanted, I guess. And then he's going to go take it in for touchdown number 3, making it a very close game, but maybe securing the win for the Orcs. Yes, indeed, Dame Dame is dead, and it did stick. Unfortunate. He just leveled up, too. That sucks. Should be the final kickoff of the game. 10 seconds left. It's not impossible for the Bone Malones to get another point on the board, but it's going to be very difficult. They're not going to give themselves any second chances once the ball hits the ground, or if we hit 1 minute on the timer, the clock. I'm going to say time clock. Oh no, Chukka to Troll and Morg on top of point to ball. This could be deadly for the team captain of the Bone Malones. It's a good thing Chukka to Troll is very stupid. Point to ball doing a great job of holding on. He's got blocked, but he finally goes down. That's going to end our game with the Renegade Stompers going up 3-2 and taking win number 6 for them on the season. Congratulations, both teams here. Rearrange stuff so that I can do things properly. let's take a look at those stats. We want to take a look at player statistics and Bone Malones. Ooh, not a whole lot to say for the Bone Malones. A little bit of a sleepy game coming back. John Marston does get the MVP and a touchdown to his name. Some yards run. Brain Blasted getting that other touchdown. So only the Zombies getting any real work done today. No casualties, just only 2 knockouts for the whole team. It's a rough performance for what's usually a pretty consistently solid team. Take a look at the Grin and Git Stompers, though. We've got the MVP going to Morg, as well as a kill. His first kill of the season. 2 casualties, 3 knockouts on his own. The man is a beast, and he just got a whole heap of SPP that might, just might, push him to level 6. Olga Terthai getting a touchdown. Rock Track and Bad Claw getting a touchdown. Some casualties sprinkled throughout. And sharing the ball with some yards run. Very good. Very proud of these boys. Taking home another win for the Orcs. Let's move right along. I didn't check. Okay. All right. I didn't check injuries there, but note for future me. Wow, I've only haven't done this for a week. A little rusty. Dame Dame is dead. The dentist's best friend has a broken jaw. And Michael's right hand is just badly hurt. Note to future self. Anyway, we're going to move right along to our second game of the afternoon. It is, of course, the Lizard Men Continental Crushers, which I'm excited to see how they do now that they're coming into a game fully rested. They've most of their games they've had some number of people out, but they're going up against a tough target, a tough opponent. It's going to be the Chaos Dwarf 9-inch males. I'm just real quick, just to make sure, because I feel like 1200 isn't maybe quite right for the Crushers. Yeah, 1500. Everybody's healthy. All right. Sorry about that. Here I was saying I was gonna push these along pretty quickly, and I'm making all these silly mistakes. That's okay. We just roll with the punches. Continental Crushers versus 9-inch males. Let's go, Jeff. Let's do it. That's a good little showdown there. We got Macho Man staring into the beady reptilian eyes of Fate Maker. Kind of got a game of like golden hour here right now. Looks good. Macho Man trying to get into the offensive team's backline. Steve is the one to pick up the ball, and he's moving. Oh, but Luscious Lorenzo and Dwight, the assistant to the regional manager, who just immediately gets his ankle smashed. Wow, Fate Maker making his presence known. Jeff looking like he went down for a second to Dank Duran. Dank Duran had a +1 strength and +1 agility. Just a very lucky player in terms of leveling up. Makataka is doing his level best, but he is surrounded by some very scary players. The Undertaker taking on Old 2-Eye, Ric Flair taking on T-Brex. Undertaker zooms over, scoops up the ball. Makataka is back up. Macho Man still making some trouble. Oh no! Ferocious Fabio, fractured arm. Looks like the apothecary was used and he ended up downgrading. I think he had a damaged back. First, the Lizardmen are all over this Chaos Dwarf defense. Now in dangerous territory. That was a very strange interaction. I'll maybe talk about it here in a second. Undulating Luther is down with an injury. T-Brex is scooped to the ball and it's gonna score. What a chaotic first drive. Both teams are moving. Usually we see like one team just kind of standing still for a bit. Both teams were in it. That's what we want to see. That's the Blood Bowl I'm looking for. But yeah, we kind of saw this weird thing where the ball got dropped and T-Brex happened to be moving in that position. So of course he tried to pick it up and he kept failing, and it just like pushed the ball into a perfect position away from any defenders. So they were able to scoop it up. There's 3 injured for 9 Inch Nails already. Oh no, they were on a bit of a winning streak, but it looks to me that the Continental Crushers might put an end to that today. Minute and a half left in this first half. No! Oh, say it ain't so. It's a little weird because it's like frozen. But did Jeff just die? Jeff is dead. No. Oh no. Chaos Dwarves trying to defend themselves from yet another really aggressive drive from the Lizard Folk. Toby from HR is going to try and push it up the field. Ric Flair really needs to come over and help out, especially with Fate Maker in the mix. He's hard to deal with. Dank Duran, though, causing some trouble on the opposite side of the field. Maybe he needs to pull back and help. But Chainbreaker, the sneaky little git, is going to get a hold of it. Ric Flair coming over. Toby, the HR, Jim the salesman, rather. Toby from HR is also kind of in the way. Lizardman just getting some really lucky bounces on this ball. Like the one time where actually failing to pick it up has been very useful to them. Macho Man trying to stomp out Makataka. Undertaker finally ends up with it. But they are deep in their own territory and they need to get it out fast. Oh, it's Fate Maker versus the Undertaker here, and Fate Maker comes out on top, sending us into halftime. What a fucking blitzkrieg of a half. Jeff, no. Oh, that's the first player that's died that I've like really like felt it, you know? We're halfway through the season. I knew early on he was going to be one of my favorites. And now he's dead. Well, rest in peace, Jeff. You and your legendary ability to be unable to pick up the ball will be remembered. Ball's kicked out of bounds, so they're going to give it to Pam the receptionist. Seems an odd choice, but you do you. Fate Maker is a bonehead in the middle, so maybe giving the Chaos Dwarves a little bit of time to group up here and make something happen. Macho Man is in the mix back here. Like to see him tie up with Fate Maker. Luscious Lorenzo just getting smacked around out there. It's Voluptuous Vlad coming back to help out. The Undertaker scoops up the ball. He's been very consistent with that, I would say. But once again, going face to face with Fate Maker. Yeah. Unfortunate. Zero 2.0 manages to scoop it up, and he's got a lot of support back here. But he's not out of the woods just yet. He gets sent to the AstroTurf. Toby from HR struggling to pick it up, eventually gets it, tries to go around the outside here, but is trapped by a bunch of lizardmen. Oh, and Victor Saurus in perfect position to push the ball into the hands of Zerg 2.0 to then score a touchdown number 2 for the Continental Crushers. We have to watch back and see who it was that killed Jeff. I should be able to tell from statistics in a little bit, but maybe the league will put out a little bit of a bounty just for fun. Like an extra 100K to whoever kills the player that killed Jeff. Oh, we've got a pitch invasion. Looks like it affected more of the Lizardmen team, although Macho Man did get knocked down. That's unfortunate. Chomper, using his speed to get into the backfield, is already on top of the ball carrier, as is Fate Maker, who he came out of nowhere. I didn't actually see him move up. Somehow managed to get both down by Toby. Fractured skull for Pam the receptionist. I'm going to push that ball into the loving hands of Voluptuous Vlad, who now has it, and he's going to be a tougher target to bring down, but not impossible. Oh, and he knocks his defender down. He's got some space. He's moving up the field. Finally getting the ball to at least half field. Lots of lizards to deal with. He finally gets knocked down. T-Brex scooping up the ball. Cuckoo is dead. Oh no, not another death for the Lizardmen. Kevin's chili getting splattered all over the ground again. Macho Man trying to make this team pay. Third time's the charm for Ric Flair there. Only gets the ball. But the lizards are just swarming all over these Chaos Dwarves. T-Brex is going to take it to the bank. 48 seconds left. Going to make it 3. It's pretty much, I think, the nail in the coffin, really. 2 points might have been doable with 40 seconds left, but 3 is definitely not. 2 dead lizardmen, no injuries other than that. So that's something. But a bunch of skinks on the sidelines waiting to come in. So many injuries for the poor Chaos Dwarves, who were on a bit of a tear for the past couple games, but seems their luck has run out with the extra week off. Ric Flair who scoops it up, but maybe trying to decide how best to play this with 40 seconds left. And ooh, Ciampa going down with an injury. That one will stick. Old 2i gonna scoop that up and score again with 30 seconds left. That's kind of BM at this point, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of unnecessary, but you know, whatever. We've had those stats. For the lost ones, yeah. 2 extra points out of spite. Gonna take our proverbial pound of flesh. I mean, you kind of already have. You've hurt like half the team. Victor Suras kicking the ball off, kicking it out of bounds. It's gonna go to Toby from HR for some reason. I think the manager for 9 Inch Male should just fire their coach. Revenge for Jeff. 10 seconds left. Wow. Chaosaurs are generally a very punchy team, but it seems the Lizardmen today are just that much more punchy. Ooh, Dank Duran getting an injury there on Makataka. But that's going to be it. A big 4-0 win for the Continental Crushers against the 9 Inch Males. Putting that one down in the stat books here. And we'll take a look at those stats. Starting, of course, the losing team, the 9 Inch Males. 1 MVP for Luscious Lorenzo and a knockout. Okay, so it was either Boisterous Bruno or Dank Duran that killed Jeff. I'll have to go back and watch the footage and see which one exactly it was. But Dank Duran, 2 casualties on his own, 2 knockouts. He's putting in the work. He's doing his job. Of course, the one casualty was the 1 death for Boisterous Bruno here. Some knockouts spread throughout, but really just kind of these 2 players being the punch out champions of the team for this game. But it wasn't enough. Everybody else needed to step up and do a bit more. Gonna put a little bit of a stop to 9 Inch Males' momentum that they had gained, but maybe they'll be able to come back. And then, of course, we got our Continental Crushers. We got a touchdown out of Old 2i, 2 touchdowns out of T-Breck. The team captain, Victor Soros, clinching the MVP spot. Not getting anything else done, but, you know, whatever. Fate Maker, 2 casualties and 2 knockouts on his own. He's a very dangerous player. He's up there with some of the heaviest hitters in the league. And Zer 2.0 getting another touchdown himself. Solid showing from the Continental Crushers. Take a look at those injuries real quick. Of course, we've got Cuckoo and Jeff. Rest in peace, Jeff. And then a badly hurt and a smashed hip for Chomper, or for Makataka and Chomper, respectively. Let me get those down. Patched hip. I think that the same for the 9-inch males. We've got several injuries. We've got Ferocious Fabio, fractured arm. Undulating Uther, badly hurt. And the receptionist, fractured skull. It's a nasty one. Kevin's Chili, badly hurt. Ooh, and Dwight, the assistant to the regional manager. Smashed ankle. Okay. I had to make sure I got those down because I didn't get them down last time. I'm being told that there's like a feedback issue with the audio. Anybody else getting that? Before we get too much further into the next game here. We'll see if I hear anything from my end. I can kind of monitor it. It is really hot. Like, super hot. Hang on. Turn that down a little bit and see if that helps any. Anyway, that being said, we're going to move right on along to our next game here, which is going to be Pappy's Nurglings versus Dumpety Loire. So we got Nurgle. Pappy's Nurglings, one of the best, I can't talk today, one of the best teams in the league. Against Dumpety Loire, which has also been one of the best teams in the league. So this should be a very good game. I'm dead. There we go. Once again, the list is not alphabetical. It's really hard to talk when I'm hearing the monitor, but I'm not hearing anything weird on this end. Let me turn that off. Because I can barely hear myself think when I'm listening to my own self talking in my ear. All right. Oh, looks like we're gonna swap jersey colors for Dumpety Loire today. So, because they are the exact same color. Fine by me. Should be able to tell them apart because, you know, one of them is a bunch of zombies and dead things. Things all set, and we're good to go. Pappy's Nurglings versus Dumpety Loire. Let's get it going. Dumpety Loire is going to be starting us off by kicking the ball here. They look pretty good in white, honestly. Oh no, Agasso is immediately injured. We're off to a pretty hot start here. Agasso has regenerated. He'll be back in the game next drive. Ball is bouncing back and forth between everybody. Marasa finally ends up with it. Gets a little bit of space, but he's in dangerous territory now. Could get surfed here, and he does. Ball gets thrown to the opposite side of the field. He can get to it first. Looks like Dembala might be the one. And scoops it up first try. Oh, get some space. Dembala is running. There's no one in front of him. That's going to be a touchdown for Dempete Loa. Starting off at a sprint, this team. It's going to get their other mummy back into it as well. Those mummies are pretty terrifying pieces in and of themselves. We have a Rotter down already with an injury that's stuck. But there's plenty of backups. Big kick into the end zone, so it's going to be given to Ramses here. Looks like they're going to try and find a hole over on the left side of the field, but the hole gets plugged almost immediately. Both Agasso and Filame is on the ball carrier there. That is a lethal duo. Mambu is the one who scoops it up. Mambu is actually got a few touchdowns already on the season. He's going for number 2 for the team. The undead teams must know it's October. They're showing up for a spooky good time. Ramses with the ball. Once again, gets put right up under it, so he's going to catch it. Mambu is going to get onto the ball carrier. Uh-oh. Blizzard is coming over to help out. It seems the team is struggling in the backfield here. Filame is having so much trouble picking up the ball. He finally gets it. And just immediately kills Zim the Fifth. I don't know how many kills that is for Filame, but he's definitely one of the more dangerous players in the league currently. In fact, he might have either the best stat line or second best stat line. It looks like Zim the Fifth might be joining the ranks of Dempete Loa if they have room. I don't think they do, actually. Have to look, but Mambu picking up the ball again. He's a very aggressive zombie. He's a little go-getter, that Mambu. Duking it out with Lizard, never where you want to be. Well, something's happening here with Filame. I don't know what it is yet. Minute 20 seconds left in the first half. Game kind of came to a bit of a stop there for a second. But now Jonathan has got the ball. It's a big pile in, but Jonathan's got the space now, and he's looking to make it 1 point for Pappy's Nurglings, but he's got some undead to punch through first. He gets knocked down. Ball is out of bounds. Let's get thrown out of bounds again. And tossed almost right back into the hands of Ramses. If he had caught that, that could have been an easy touchdown, I think. Jake Quillen and Ramses Zim the second coming over to offer some support. Blizzard blocking in the background. Zim the second has got it. It's only Damballa in front of him. But with Henry and Jonathan collapsing over, they did not collapse over. They decided to go forward, leaving Zim by himself. He gets knocked down. Damballa ends up with the ball. They got used somewhere. Damballa is injured. That was Jonathan getting the injury there. That's going to take us to halftime. Nice deep kick to start us off for the second half from Pappy's Nurglings. They are now on the defensive side of the ball. See if they do a little bit better. Lizard already on top of the ball carrier. And a few other Nurglings getting into the mix as well. Ball is getting bounced around. Nobody can quite come up with it. Bounces all the way out over here. I like how the game stops while it calculates where the ball ends up, and then everybody starts punching each other again. It's very comical to me. Marasa ends up with it. But he's in a dangerous spot. Could get served, especially with Lizard coming over. There he goes. And he gets knocked out to boot. Ball gets tossed back into the center. Easy enough for Agwe to pick it up, and now he's got to deal with Zim the third, the fifth, sixth rather, and Lizard. And Petro also getting knocked out. Both whites out for Dempete Loa. Zim the sixth scoops it up. They are electing to kill some time here. It's a very odd decision considering they are down 2 points. Now Zim the 6 is getting outnumbered. Agwe picks it up, but Jonathan is there. And Jonathan manages to get him knocked down. Zim the third going for it. Manages to get it. Wow, these Rotters have been very consistent picking up the ball, having to go all the way around. We stopped by the skeleton there, and Nagaso coming over as well. Kafu coming in to support. Zim the third getting knocked down. Kafu ends up with the ball. Kafu has a couple of touchdowns on the season, I do believe. Jaquel and Ramses and Aaron playing defense for the Nurglings. Should be enough to do something about this wayward zombie. Oh, but not if they get lucky pushes like that. Aaron chasing him down. Mambu pushes the ball into the end zone. They just got to pick it up. And it's Agwe who managed to get on top of it. And I think that right there, folks, is going to put this game out of reach for the Nurglings. Kind of a game of speed. One injury has stuck, so they are one ghoul down. But everybody else is back in the game. Looks like a wide kick out of bounds. Oh, no, he got shorted. They give it to Ramses. See if he can make anything happen. See if he can put a point on the board. Ooh, Skeleton going down with an injury. We'll see if he regenerates from that. There's just no support for the backfield of the Nurglings. They're lucky only that zombies can not pick up the ball to save their unlives. It's the only thing that prevented this from being a 4-0 game. Hey, Aaron scooping it up using those sure hands, I believe. Oh, he does not have sure hands. But he got it nonetheless. And Petro coming over and Lesser in. Ball is now down in the end zone. Once again, just gotta pick it up. And they do. 4-0. Beakoff may have been a bit too much of a reset for the Nurglings here. Ramses with the ball. It's holding on to it. 13 seconds left, and they can't do anything to save this game. Maybe they can just stay as healthy as they can. Philo and May is knocking him down. Could conceivably get on top of it, but pushes it into the end zone, but doesn't have enough time to get on top of it. 4-0 game from De Petilois. Some really quick ones here today. Good, because I want to get back to Halo. All right. Congratulations. Dumpetiloa for getting a win. I think you had been on a bit of a losing streak for the last couple weeks. So maybe this gets you back on track. Take a look at those stats. Or Pappy's Nurglings are losing team here. How much to say? Ron Van Goddamn getting the MVP nod for doing a whole lot of nothing. Some casualties sprinkled in. Of course, those casualties don't tend to stick because undead team. And they took a couple injuries themselves, but nothing too crazy. Take a look at those injuries. We've got one dead Zim the 5th and Zim the 4th. Oh. Getting both a smashed hip and a serious concussion. Both of those do count. That is the downside of the Rotters. They're very cheap. But when they get an injury, they tend to get 2 injuries. So that's a player that probably needs to retire. Oh, smashed hip and concussion. And towards him, the fifth is dead. Take a look at the injuries for the winning team to Pitlow. We only had the one that stuck for Dembala. It is a concussion. Take a look at their statistics though. We got the MVP going to Agasso. He got a knockout and then he was injured at one point himself. Philo May was indeed the one who got that kill. 2 casualties and a kill. A knockout blow for him as well. Don Petro and Dembala each with a touchdown and some yards run. Mambu with a touchdown and Agüe with a touchdown as well. Other than that, seemingly a kind of punchy game, but not a whole lot happening in terms of casualties. Well done, both teams. We will move right on along here. Game 4. This is going to be the Pointy-Eared Bandits versus the Mythics. This is another game I think should be pretty good. Dark Elf. Pointy-Eared Bandits have been on a tear recently. They've gone from near the bottom of the rankings to second place now. Taking on a team that's been fairly steady and what's the word I'm looking for? Solid, steady and solid for the whole league thus far. The Mythics. Look forward to seeing how these two teams do. We will go ahead and move forward with game 4, and then we'll take a quick break. Going to be the Pointy-Eared Bandits kicking the ball off first. It goes way out of bounds. So they're going to give it to Hera, their passer, who has not passed it at all this whole season, even though they kind of have the stats for it. Your Illuminati is first into the backfield, followed closely behind by Count Echo. This is going to be one of those rare games where the Pointy-Eared Bandits have had everybody on the field, as is the same for the Amazons. Both teams have a tendency to have some players injured, but Count Echo with the ball deep in enemy territory already. Got a few Amazons to worry about though. He gets some space and it's enough for a touchdown. Quick touchdown for the Pointy-Eared Bandits off of the kickoff. You can see the Pointy-Eared Bandits roster has grown. It is now fully kitted out, I believe. Full 16-member team. I think the Amazons are maybe 1 or 2 out from having a full roster, or they may also have a full roster. Pretty good kick. Rhea is going to be the one to pick it up here. We'll see if the Pointy-Eared Bandits can pull a repeat here. Illuminati gets the ball here, but Rhea puts him down quickly enough. And Echo Going in to support again, just like before. Lord Biglow's, your Illuminati is in the mix. Sharpicus Fangir coming over. Getting within range to help out. And Rhea getting pushed. All of these, a lot of these Amazons, starting with dodge. And as they've leveled up, some of them have been getting blocked. So they're going to be difficult to take down. Ball is on the ground in a dangerous spot for the Amazons. But everybody's back up on their feet now, and there's enough coverage. Ooh, until that happens, Lord Biglow's has a perfect opportunity. Loha getting knocked down, and it looks like an injury was made there. But the Apothecary saved it. Tina coming over, Pelican coming over, Aurora collapsing in on Lord Biglow's. Lord Biglow's has block. One less opportunity to knock him down. They do find it, though. They have the ball, and they need to just get it up the field. Get it out of harm's way. Eureka, whose name I was finally able to update, is in the mix now. It's just Athena all by herself. Does get knocked down by two Dark Elf linemen, Lord Biglow's. Gonna scoop it up and score. 2-point game for the Pointy-Eared Bandits. It looked very good playing from the defensive side of the ball. Short that kick, so they're going to give it to Hera. Hera's going to move it up. Hopefully having learned their lesson of just standing too much in the backfield, making it too easy for the Dark Elves to get on top of them. May have learned the lesson, but it may not be enough. Athena is down with an injury. Wisp Reaper 2.0 scooping up for an easy touchdown number 3. This could be a high-scoring game. Be interested to see how they do when they begin to receive the ball after the halftime mark here. The one injury, as mentioned before, Athena. Gonna move these along a little bit. Hera with the ball, and I think trying to find something downfield that opens up for them, but they're just not marking enemy players. They're just making it easy for them to blow past them. And frankly, just getting bullied on their side of the field. Hera, not out of this yet, managing to fend off Lord Biglow's for a moment, but an Illuminati goes down with an injury from Loha. Loha, I think, has actually had a pretty good stat line this year so far. Been very instrumental for this team. Can Hera defend herself from Lord Biglow's again? Well, with help, it looks like she should. She's just holding onto the ball. Just, I don't know what the AI is trying to do. Finally getting a move on. Going over on the right-hand side of the field. I think that's the right call. There's no one ahead of her. She gets into a decent little position here. Oh, but now has to contend with this double team from Whisper Reaper 2.0 and Air going the point to full, but that's going to take us to halftime. See how the Amazons fare on the opposite side of the ball. One injury so far for the Dark Elves. And one for the Amazons. Very even. Let's see how things shake up. It's a very short kick, and the Amazons are actually the first ones to the ball, amazingly enough. See if they can do anything with it. First time they're carrying the ball on the enemy side of the field, and oh, and they're going down with a gouged eye. Count Echo has got it. Now has to contend with Phoebe. As the other players spread out trying to open a lane. But Oba and Loha coming and crashing down on Count Echo, knocking him down. Oba now with the ball. Elfbow and Lord Biglows kind of coming back to help. The quick pass to Cleo. Just an easy little handoff that Cleo gets some space. She can run, but Count Echo and Elfbow catch her. Gotta be careful with the pushing of this Amazon team. Cleo does finally go down. Ball ends up in the hands of Lord Biglows. Phoebe and Oba quickly getting knocked down as they come over to try and make something happen here. But what you see, all three of those players go down at the exact same time. That was crazy. Trying to keep some idea of what's happening back here in case something important happens. Calypso getting knocked down. Still a big scrum over here with the ball. Pointy-eared bandits doing very good to hold their own. Oh no, Cleo with a fractured leg that's going to take her out of the game. Might be the hole that the Dark Elves need to push the ball up the field. Some kind of wizard used there. I don't know what it did necessarily. Oh, and Oba getting a fractured leg in the exact same place. Is there a trap there? Did the Dark Elves place a trap? Little bear trap just coming up and snapping on these Amazons' legs. Lord Biglows finally getting knocked down. I don't know what the time was on that particular possession, but he had it forever in this fight over here. It's Irminator now, holding on to the ball deep in their own territory. He's got plenty of room to run. There's been enough injuries now this drive to kind of clear up the field of the Amazons. He's content to take on Phoebe and Loha here, though. He's going to move. Now he's got an opening. This whole side of the field is open. And just Aurora and Britannia in the way. But his support leaves him, leaving him with Britannia and Calypso. Aphrodite coming over. Should be enough to take out the Irminator unless he gets a lucky push. 1 minute left on the clock. Game, I think, now firmly out of range of the Amazons. We have another 4-0 game here unless the Amazons can make something happen. Aurora has the ball. She's making a lot of progress. Ergon the Overheard is going to be able to catch her. Can she get a lucky push? Oh, she does. She gets away. It's a touchdown for the Amazons. Amazon's always down, but not out. Minute and 5 left in the game. Aragorn the Pointable is going to be the one to scoop it up. See what they're going to do with it. They may just hold on to it here in the backfield. Oh, Eureka going down, getting injured. Elfo got killed, and then an apothecary was used to bring him back. Close call there for Elfo. Been with us since the beginning. Aragorn the... Oh no! Aragorn the Pointful is gonna take it. He was a level 3 player. Oh no. Saved one just to lose another. That's unfortunate. This could be the opening that the Amazons need to get another point on the board, but 10 seconds left. They got to make a play now. One of the newer players in 1 year has got the ball, and he is running for the end zone, looking to make it a 4-point game. But Phoebe stops him. And Phoebe puts an end to the match. Pointy-eared Bandits still come out on top 3-1, but they do lose a player in the struggle. And a higher value one at that. Losing a level 3 player is tough. Take a look at those statistics for the Mythics. MVP going to Pelican. Isis is the one who got the kill there at the end. BB with a casualty. Loha with a casualty. Britannia with a casualty. And I'm assuming one of these gals is the one who got the Elfo killed and then was then robbed by the apothecary. Injuries. We do have some injuries. Anthea, Cleo, Tina, and Oba. All injured. Nothing lasting, though. That's something to be said. Taking a look at the same injuries for pointy-eared bandits. Of course, we've got the dead Aragorn the Pointiful, one of the OGs. We've got Eureka 2.0 missing next game, and Illuminati missing next game, but otherwise, okay. Taking a look at their stats. We got a touchdown out of Lord Big Lobes. Casualty each out of Elfo and Lord Big Lobes before Elfo himself was hurt. Whoops. MVP and a touchdown going to Whisper Reaper 2.0. It's going to be a good load of experience for him. Count Echo getting the third touchdown and a casualty of his own. Well done. Solid game from the Elves. All right. And with that, we have 3 more games left to play, but this is a good opportunity to take a quick break. I'm like maybe 5 minutes at most. We'll come right back and we'll get started with game 5, get that moving, and get the rest of these games played out. Thanks for everybody for watching so far, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Okay. We are going to go ahead and move right on into game number 5 for the evening. We got the Mr. Meeseeks versus Midnight Maulers. Let's get things back on schedule here. Move right along. We got the Mr. Meeseeks, the other Nurgle team. Unfortunately, they have been struggling this season so far. Maybe after the break that will help turn things around for them. But they are going up against a pretty tough opponent. The Vampire team, Midnight Maulers, have done quite well thus far. So hopefully this ought to be a pretty good game. Got the Mr. Meeseeks versus Midnight Maulers. Let's go ahead and push it on through. Let's get this game underway. It's going to be the Meeseeks kicking the ball off first, so we'll see how they do on the defensive side of things. We see the Vampires. Ball bounces right into the loving hands of Pete. He is content to just sit on it for the moment. Could be a mistake. It was definitely a mistake. Pete immediately goes down. Meeseeks number 9 has got it in his hands. Just has to, Oh, okay. Pete Patcher immediately getting killed. Getting apothecaried. Number 9 gets a little bit of space. He's only 2 spaces away. Oh, he gets stopped. But the ball is still in a great position. Number 7 getting an injury. If he can just pick up the ball. Oh no. And they both go down. The ball is right there on the line. Will Sanguine Sanders regenerate here? Pete's the one who scoops it up. Mr. Meeseeks, number 1. He's in it. No, he gets knocked down. Number 7 is there. Pete knocks down number 7 as well. They were so close. Team captain, though, number 11 is in the mix. Does manage to knock down Pete, but gets knocked down himself. Number 7 coming over to try and scoop that ball up. Just that agility of 2 is a problem, but number 7 has got it. There's no one to stop him. Touchdown for the Meeseeks. Starting the game off strong. Could this be the start of the Meeseeks comeback? One injury so far for the Vampires. Those Thralls, unfortunately, do not have the regeneration trait like the Vampires do. Shorted that kick, so they're going to give it to Pete once again. Meeseeks doing very well on the line of scrimmage, able to punch right through those Thralls, and it's number 9 this time who is getting on top of Pete over here. Number 11 coming in, slithering in. Pete does get knocked down. It's number 9 this time who picks it up, and there's no one to stop him. Touchdown number 2 for the Meeseeks. No roster changes thus far. We'll keep it moving. Better kick this time. Still going to be Pete, the one picking up the ball. They should be giving it to Draxacula. Pete, once again, getting the ball and getting knocked down almost immediately. It's number 4 this time who's going to pick it up. And Draxacula can't catch him. This could be a huge turnaround for the Meeseeks. Getting 3 touchdowns on as many players. It's quite good for them. Once again, the Vampires seem dead set on having Pete run the ball, but he has done nothing for this team so far. Oh, and now he's injured for his trouble. It's gonna be number 8 this time. Touchdown number 4 already. We still have a minute and a half left in the first half, and the Meeseeks are up by 4. Wonders may never cease. It is raining now, though. Might make it a little bit harder for this Agility 2 team to pick the ball up, but doesn't matter too much when they have all the opportunities in the world to do it. Eventually that dice is going to come up their way. It was Pete who got injured and then regenerated, apparently. Who's number 11 going to be the one to pick up the ball? No, he's going to go Mark Sanguine Sanders, keep him away from the ball. Or try to, immediately getting knocked down. Number 7 is going to grab it. And make it a 5-point game. Now, we've seen before that the Midnight Maulers are a dangerous team on the defensive side of the ball. So maybe this game turns around after the half, but 5 points is a hell of a lead. 2 injuries now for the Vampires. Ball's going to go over to Count Blitzula, which should be a better ball carrier than Pete is, having both block and dodge. But they've got to move the ball. That has been their problem this whole game, is they just sit on it. I guess they're waiting on a hole to open up, but I was gonna make a joke. I was gonna make a joke about the only holes that they're stuffing is their own right now. The only holes getting stuffed is their own. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's funnier in my head. Seems to be a weird little stasis on the field. Count Blitzula gone into torpor in the middle of a game. It doesn't seem to be bothering them. Just move. He's just like You okay, buddy? You alright? You're looking a little stiff there. I didn't realize I could get this close in this camera. This is actually kind of a cool little angle. He's just standing there. Oh, there we go. His animation is back. He's okay, everyone. He's okay. Although he may not be for very much longer. Okay, he gets free. He's getting some yards now. Incredible. He's got 15 seconds left, though. That dodge block combo really coming into play here. He's got some space. He just has to get past a few people breaking the neck of Meeseeks #1 there. Oh, and he just ran out of time. If he didn't get stuck there, you see what the difference is there. Having the ball in Count Blitzula's hands as opposed to Pete's hands. The difference those skills make. Even outnumbered like that, he's just getting better dice results. Incredible. Alright, well, let's see how the vampires do when they're the ones kicking the ball and going on the attack. Unfortunately, number 11 is really stupid. Meeseeks #12 already making it onto the opponent's side of the field, doing a better job than the vampires did the entire first half. But the ball is now down, and Count Pastula and Sanguine Sanders are in perfect position to pack it up. And I think that's going to be a touchdown for the vampires. It's just that easy, guys. You just got to move the ball when you pick it up. One injury, the broken neck for the Meeseeks. Vampires seem to have woken up from their coffins. They're looking to make something happen now. The Meeseeks have built a pretty substantial lead, so... Number 17 goes down. Ferrali has picked up the ball, and he is zigzagging his way through. Didn't quite have the movement. He's getting caught by number 12 and number 4. Morty Meatshield there to support, but he moves away. Could still be in scoring range. Number 8 coming over trying to secure the ball, but Morty Meatshield gets to it first. Now he has to contend with number 8, who puts him on the ground immediately. Oh, Sanguine Sanders, though. Oh, number 8. Clutch move, getting in between Sanders and the ball. The ball's now out of bounds. It's actually perfect. I think it's probably the best possible thing that could have happened for the Meeseeks there. Now, well within hand for somebody on the Meeseeks to pick it up. And it's going to be number 12. Oh, but a very unlucky bounce. Thrali goes down with an injury. Sanguine Sanders getting knocked out. Unlucky bounce. It's going to be an easy pickup range for Draxacula. But there's a lot of Meeseeks surrounding him. Is enough to get through his own dodge and block. And no one can seem to pick up the ball with the rain and the low agility. 17 finally ends up with it after like the 6th try, I think. And he's got a lot of space to run. And Count Pastula, incredibly going for the complete wrong guy. He could have at least stopped number 17, slowed him down, but Just went for somebody else. That was insane. Manager might want to have a talk to the coach and the team after this performance. But the Meeseeks putting up 6 points on the board this game, with a little less than 2 minutes left to go. And bafflingly, they're gonna give it to Pete again. Oh, Pete trying to get the pass in the rain is very difficult to do. Count Blitzula comes over to pick up the fumbled pass, and he's got it, to be fair. He's a hard target. And give this man, like, jump. If the AI could use jump, give him, like, jump and sidestep, and he would be almost unstoppable. In danger now, though. Even with dodge, if he gets pushed into the crowd, it won't matter. Oh, and he finally goes down, and with an injury to boot. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Still in dangerous territory for the Meeseeks, but they're able to pick it up and move it up. Getting around Draxacula. They've got the numbers advantage now. Looks like that injury is gonna stick, unfortunately for that vampire. Heat is moonwalking. Touchdown number 7 for the Meeseeks. Can someone check the vampire's blood? I think someone spiked it. I don't think they're all there today. Sad sight for the vampires, and lots of players are knocked out there. No wonder the field looks so empty. Oh, I think we've got less than 10 seconds left to go in the game. Nice short kick. 5 seconds left. Draxacula is going to be able to pick this up. Oh, yep. Is able to pick this up. Could still make a run for it, but nope, that is going to be it. A big win for Mr. Meeseeks. I'm so happy for them. That's their second win of the season, finally, after so long. I think their first win was the first game of the season, too. Something like that. Congratulations to the Meeseeks. The Mauler as well. I think they wanted to take another week off. Take a look. We got the MVP going to Pete for doing nothing but holding the ball, getting knocked down, and letting the other team score over and over again. Count Passula is the one who at least got a touchdown. Count Blitzula getting an injury. And a couple knockouts here and there. They do have a lot of injuries, though. Now Blitzula, badly hurt. Internet Tom, gouged eye. Bait Bashert, another concussion today. look at the Meeseeks, only the one, but it is a broken neck, -1 agility. Boy, down to agility 2. Might be considerations for retirement. Take a look at their stats, though. MVP going to number 14 with the big old goose egg on everything else. Touchdown each at a number 4, number 17, 8, 9, and 10, doing a really good job of spreading that SPP around for the team. Number 7 with 2 touchdowns, 2 casualties, and 3 knockouts. This is your MVP right here, folks. 2 casualties and 2 knockouts for number 8. 1 and 2 for 11, 1 for 12, and a knockout for 13. Very solid showing. Everybody getting involved, everybody getting something done for the Meeseeks. Good for them. Okay, 2 more games away. Now we've got Gouda Game versus the Knickknacks. Gouda Game is going to be another team that's going to benefit greatly from having all of their players well rested this week. Getting their full roster involved today. That being said, they are up against a pretty scary team. These Knickknacks are built to kill, and the rats are very squishy. So everybody wish Gouda Game luck. I think they're going to need it. Full roster for both teams here. We are still getting some rain. I think it just cleared up. Well, it's supposed to clear up, but I think we're just getting the rain for aesthetic purposes, which I'm fine with. And Gorg, one of the top scorers in the league, has got the ball, and we're going to see why as he uses that blazing speed to get up to half field almost instantly, kind of dodging around some of his own teammates. Not click on players this game, apparently. Gore getting knocked down, McFace scooping it up. Oh, Jack is involved. Jack is one of those top players in terms of casualties and knockouts. Very dangerous to have on the opposite side of the field of view. All still in a pretty decent spot for the routes, except it now just got knocked out. Let's see where it goes. It's not the best spot, but Gorg is fast enough to get to it and hopefully get it out of there as well. Maz is kind of in position of the field. Basha getting surfed and getting knocked out by Jack, I think. We're content to just hold on to the ball until some more space opens up for him, I suppose. But he's got to be careful because now the Chaos Warriors are closing in. They're scary opponents to go up against with your strength 2. Charles Litzbit coming over, one of the higher level players, but Gorg getting some lucky pushes. He's got that dodge block combo, making him a difficult ball carrier to bring down, but not impossible. He's just constantly getting pushed. These rats over here are just doing a big ol' nothing. For some reason. Gorg. Just getting bullied. Still managing to hold on to the ball. It's Skriel going down with an injury to Swiss. Gorg, my dude, you gotta run. Oh, he finally gets knocked out. But they use the apothecary to prevent the knockout. He'll stay in this drive. Jack is going to come over and just try and keep people off the ball here, it seems, until maybe Gorg can get up. But Grog, we got Grog and Gorg. That's definitely going to trip me up. Grog now with the ball. Gorg just got back up. Oh, and they're going to swarm him. Lots of rats. But Grog is a Chaos Warrior. He's tough. Already a minute left to go in this half. It's just been one very long, very punchy drive. Gree finally has the ball. He's got to get through Jerry and Grog the Impaler, and he gets past them for a touchdown with 1 minute left to go in the half. This should worry the Knickknacks, because we've seen what the Skaven are able to do when they're playing defense. The fact that they were able to score on offense here, which, now that I say that out loud, sounds weird. Like, typically, if you're on offense, you are kind of expected to score. But whatever. It's Blood Bowl for you. The rain has now officially cleared up. We have nice Blood Bowl weather. Jack rolling Wild Animal. Oh, Gree getting knocked down, getting punished for getting that touchdown just now. Rico getting injured by Charles Litzbit. So the first injuries for the Rats. We are now into overtime. If the ball hits the ground, we are moving into half. It's not looking good for Son of Rukov, but he somehow manages to sneak past them, getting out of Surf territory. But the ball does go down, sending us into halftime. Now down 2 Rats, as we saw earlier, and 2 Beastmen are down as well. Skaven with the overall numbers advantage. Jack kicked the ball is ridiculous. I wonder if you give a player kick, if that's the one the AI will choose to do the kicking all the time because he has the proper skill for it, but I don't know if you'd want to waste a level up. Wow, caught immediately, knocking Jerry down. If he can just get the ball in his hands. Got to deal with Moz. Oh, sorry, got to deal with Grog and Murgar. He did have Moz for support, and then Moz was like, that's too many people. See ya. Deuces, I'm out of there. Ball gets tossed in the center of the field. It's going to be Grog who gets it. Gorg and Blue collapsing in on him. It's only a 1-point game. So the Knickknacks just need a good push here. Grog the Impaler is content to just sit over there and watch for now. Oh, and we've got our first death. Parm is dead. The Storm Vermin, that's a big loss. He was level 2. He's one of their better positionals. Here we see now the Knickknacks moving into enemy territory. They need Jack to come over. These Chaos Warriors are just tough to deal with. Okay, they got the numbers now. There we go. Finally able to knock it down. Swiss scooping the ball up. And try and move the ball up. Kolb, the remaining Storm Vermin, is providing support. But there's nowhere for Swiss to go when he gets pushed back. You just gotta fight through, or he has to get pushed enough where he can kind of come around the outside here, around the outside, around the outside. And Swiss is not the real Slim Shady. Son of Rukov picking it back up. Minute 50 seconds left in the game, making it a tie ball game. Keeping it competitive. Unfortunate to see a dead rat, but not surprising. Oh, they're gonna have Rogby and Paler kick it off. Kick it right over to Jack. Oddly enough. Maz is the one to grab it. And with Jack being right there, that's a pretty good little bodyguard. You can see there how useful it was, getting a knockout on McFace. Maz moving up the field, dodging around some people, but now he's surrounded. It doesn't take much to knock down a gutter rat when they're all alone. Swiss and Blue trying to stop Gregory Stevens from making a push. Blue now with the ball. Recently leveled up. Did not protect him there. Son of Rukov once again with the ball, and caught, takes the wrong angle. Oh, but the going for it fails, preventing the score there. That could have been it. That could have been the opportunity for Knickknacks to take the lead here, and now Gouda Game with the ball in enemy territory, getting some space, going for it. He's got the room. That's a touchdown for Gouda Game. What a run. Dodging around people before they could set up. He took that shit all the way back. Yeah, he did. We'll have to check his yards run stat. That was a good one. And that now puts the Knickknacks in a very unfortunate situation. Skaven using their speed, trapping the Knickknacks deep in their own territory. Less than 20 seconds left in the game. Oh, and getting a lucky knockdown as well. Gouda has got it, and that's gonna put a nail in the coffin of this one. Gouda repping the team with his name and with his actions here. Maybe a little extra for revenge for Parm. Without Gouda, there is no game. A deep kick to seal this off. Technically, they could get a point here, but even if they do, I think this game is pretty much all said and done. Into overtime now. If the ball hits the ground, or if we hit the 1 minute mark into overtime, this game will be over. With Lori and Gouda tag teaming Jerry here, I think it's probably going to be all she wrote. Oh, but Jerry not going down without a fight. Stunning Gouda. "20 more seconds. Probably not enough time to get free and score at this point, but holding the Rats hostage here for another 10 seconds. There it goes. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball gets tossed. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Gouda game 3 to Knickknacks 1, picking up a win for the Rats. GG, GG, GG. Take a look at those stats for the Knickknacks. We got the 1 casualty out of Charles Litzbit, 1 out of Rog the Impaler. I didn't even see that. Son of Rukov getting a touchdown, a kill. Son of Rukov was the one who killed Parm. And Graggy Antler, who was there, who got a knockout, and got the MVP. You got the MVP for the name alone. That's my headcanon. Take a look at injuries for the Knickknacks. We got a Skrill. Ooh, Skrill badly hurt, and Son of Balric. Fractured skull. Hate to see it. Ooh, sorry. Take a look at those injuries for Gouda game. Of course, we have Parm, rest in peace. Had some notable player deaths today. Rico is hurt. Will be out the next game. And Gree is hurt. Take a look at the stats for the Rats, though. We got our MVP going to String. I don't even know if String was on the field at any point. But okay, some really unfortunate MVP choices today. Touchdowns out of Gouda, Gree, and Cott. Honestly, I think... Oof. I think Cott might have been the one. Yeah, 42 yards run to get that long bomb touchdown. A casualty out of Jack and 2 knockouts, adding to his stats there. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but I think the Rats were just in the right place at the right time during much of that game. But with that being said, we'll move right on along to our final game of the evening. It is the Corn Demon Brazen Bulls against Ratha's Raiders. Now, Ratha if you're watching this, which I don't think you are, you're not. I took some liberties. I haven't heard from you in a couple weeks, so I went ahead and updated your team because they're struggling. Just so you're aware, I tried to stick with the naming convention you had. It may or may not have worked. We'll see. But their team value is definitely not 670. Oh, it didn't save. Okay. Hang on, folks. One moment. Got to fix this. I want to give them a fighting chance. Yeah, it didn't save. Shoot. No, no. The manager for Brazen Bull says, I already took the money out of their, out of their total. So while I remember what I did on their team, I should do it now. Should be back in this. I didn't do something silly, which I'm not ruling out. Ah. Okay. Brazen Bulls versus Rathas Raiders, Corn Demons versus Hamry. We'll see which one comes out on top. So we launch into our seventh and final game of the evening. They picked bribes as their inducement money? What? And we are off. I'm going to deal with something in chat as well. 1 second. There we go. Harry choosing to hold on to the ball in the backfield. We've seen that work almost exactly 0 times. Rufus moving forward and causing a ruckus. Bob, Tomb Guardian, making things happen. He finally managed to pick it up and scores. To be fair, that wasn't even one of the new players I added. Bob's been there for a while. Bob's been kind of one of the few things holding this team together for the past several weeks. but a uncharacteristically quick score for the Tomb Kings. Angus now with the ball. Chad. New Tomb Guardian. Did someone get hurt? He's already got 2 SPP. What happened? Chad and Brad, the 2 new Tomb Guardians, teaming up on Angus, knocking him down. Looks like the Bulls are playing a little sleepily out there today. And Law the Skeleton is going to take it in for touchdown number 2. Okay, that's why he had his PP. Imlan Thronekeeper was injured. Broken jaw. Well, he'll be back next game. Or game after next, actually. Oh, and a huge punch from Rufus, knocking Todd out there. Angus this time with the ball. Needs to move. Needs to move. But is just deciding not to. Rufus rolling wild animal in the middle. Rufus coming back to get involved, but is it going to be enough? Law picking it up. Brangus can't quite catch him, just standing there. It's unfortunate. Things are already not looking good for the Bulls this game. Oh, some rain sets in. That actually might be good for the Bulls. Because Raiders are a low agility team as it is, so they're going to struggle to pick the ball up. Demons, first time in the game, now has the ball on the enemy side of the field. Looking to see if they can do what they do best and out-punch their way to the end zone. They're getting some lucky pushes. Arcane Thronekeeper just needs another space or two, and he can make a run for it. Rufus coming over to assist. It's going to be even easier now. Mr. Thronekeeper is unfortunately in surfing territory. Something got used somewhere. Chad, Bob, and Giga Chad finally managed to bring Zarkan Thronekeeper down. He was so close to the end zone there. Now they're going to be struggling to pick up the ball. Rufus is coming over like a freight train. Mary coming in, hoping to stuff the run, but just lets him go by, weirdly enough. They finally catch him. And knock him down. Should be happy about that. And Rufus picks the ball up immediately, and he's going to be very difficult to stop. Knocking down one skeleton. Knocking down another skeleton. You just gotta move. You're right there, Rufus. You're right there. Bob and Brad coming over. They're the 2 things that can maybe knock Rufus down. Oh, but Rufus is punching his way out, or trying to at least. He gets a push. He gets another push. He just needs one more lucky push to get a touchdown here. Oh, and he goes down right at the right at the goal line. That's twice that's happened now. I don't know what it is, but sometimes AI just does not want to move with the ball, and I don't understand. We're gonna go into halftime here. No other roster changes thus far, just the one injury in the game. This time it's going to be Corn on the defensive. They tend to shine here. We'll see how they do, especially... Oh, the rain is going away, so... Oh, Rufus putting down a skeleton with authority, getting an injury out of it. And Zarkon Pitmaster being the one to pick up the ball and score the first touchdown for the Bulls. Could be the beginning of their comeback. And that skeleton who got the injury, the injury did stick. No regeneration. People knocked out on the side of the field. Kicking it out of bounds. They're going to give it to Giga Chad in the back. What's Giga Chad going to do here? He's actually going to move the ball, which is positive. Positive yards is a good thing. Going to run smack dab into a couple of pit fighter cultists. And get knocked on his ass for his trouble. Mary gets in there and scoops it up. Bunch of skeletons collapsing in, but Giga Chad getting... No, Ta getting some broken ribs there. Getting sent off the field. Healing immediately, so they'll be back. It's just a big mosh pit. Chad somehow managing to scoop it up with his one agility. Oh, Todd. Todd is dead. Unless he regenerates. He did not regenerate. It's stuck. Those Tomb Guardians are cursed, it seems. Krathul Death Spoiler, one of the newer players for the Bulls, has the ball. They've got to make something happen. We've still got 2.5 minutes left to go, and they are still down by 2. Rufus being ruthless and knocking Brad down, getting an injury. Raw, the skeleton with ball now. And Bimothy going down with an injury. The bones are crumbling here today. I think the question is, did they waste enough time to come out with a win? But Brangus looks to be taking it all the way. Oh, we've got another injury for Bimothy this time as we get a touchdown, bringing it within 1. Still have some time left. That big roster updates here for the Raiders. It's a relatively short kick, which means Rufus is going to be involved with the ball carrier very quickly. Oh, unless the Tomb Guardians manage to bring him down, which they do. Skelly. I.e. Skelly gets knocked down. Zoltan picks it up and then gets knocked down. Ball going everywhere. Angus ends up with it. He's 2 skeletons away from freedom in a tie ball game. Oh, but the Tomb Guardian comes in, puts an end to that thought. Skelly with the Y has got it. A minute left in this game. The Bulls have got to get this going if they intend to win. Harry now has the ball. This could be the chance to tie the ball game up here, but you got to move. Every second counts right now. Zimothy, the new Blitzraw, getting involved. Chad and Bob trying to take down Harry, but Harry's getting away. Ooh, finally getting knocked out. Jimothy coming over. Shurahan scooping the ball up. Oh, and gets space. Corn Demons need to get the ball in their hands right now if they have any hope of making this a tie ball game at the very least. And Bringus has got it with 3 seconds left to go. He's got to hold on to it, though. Oh, and Bringus goes down with an injury right there at the very end of the game, leaving them 1 point short. Rathas Raiders do take this one. Their first win in a while. That was a good way to end it. Okay, sorry, I had to reply to a message there. Although there's not much to say, we're just going to take a look at these stats real quick, and we'll call it a night. You look at the stats for the Bulls. We did get a touchdown out of Brangus. MVP is going to Sigurd Demonfire. I think Sigurd is actually probably one of the more leveled up players. That's good for him. Good bit of SVP. 2 casualties and 4 knockouts from Rufus. Great showing from him. Getting some yards run as well. Just coming up short right there at the very end, unfortunately. Didn't get a touchdown, but still, his presence was definitely felt this game. A casualty out of Mary, casualty out of Sigurd Demonfire as well. And a kill from Zarkon Thronekeeper. So even though they took the loss there, I think the Bulls showed up and played very well. Maybe a little sleepy in the first half. That's the only thing that kind of brought them down here. Brangus and Imlan injuries. Take a look at injuries for the Raiders. We of course have Todd, one of the new Tomb Guardians is dead. In his first game, you hate to see it. And Bimothy and Law are both badly hurt. Taking a look at their stats. We got the MVP going to Giga Chad for just, I guess, calling the shots in the back, getting 24 yards run and not much else. 2 touchdowns out of Law the Skeleton, happened to be in the right place at the right time. Bob getting a touchdown, the rare Tomb Guardian touchdown. I'm glad Bob is finally getting a touchdown to his name. He's been around and doing stuff for this team for a while. A casualty out of Chad, a casualty out of Zimothy, and some knockouts spread throughout here. So not a bad showing from the Skeletons. Able to clutch out that win. Alrighty, well, congratulations to all the winners. Commiserations to the losers for today's set of games. Next week, we will have week number 9 as we quickly approach the end of the season. I'm greatly looking forward to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and call the stream there. I'm going to finish watching the Halo World Championships, the finals. And depending on how long that takes this evening, I might jump in for some more Vampire the Masquerade. So if you see that notification, feel free to hop on in here and keep me company while I finish that game out. I don't think I'm terribly far from the end, but we'll see. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. But regardless, thank you for watching, and we'll see you here again next week for more Blood Bowl. Take it easy.